What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another Prizepicks NBA player props video. Coming off a video last time we went 2-0, rocking with the Paul George over fantasy score, over Lauri Markkanen fantasy score. Talked about how I really liked both those spots. We actually went 3-0 because I did provide that Scotty Barnes pick for you guys as I was recording. Got taken off the board. Unfortunately, I cannot control that. I'm going to go ahead and count that towards the run simply because he was at 32.5. He got bumped up to 33.5 when he got, he got bumped up to 33.0, I believe, when he got reposted, and he still crushed. I think he ended up with like 38, 39, or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to count that towards the run. If he didn't hit the bump, I wouldn't count it. But regardless, he crushed. Talked about how I really liked that. Talked about how I liked these two guys, and Paul George and Lauri Markkanen. So we went 3-0. We are currently on a 3-0 run. For those of you that are new to the channel, anytime you see that there is a run in the title of the video, it means we are hitting at above a 65% hit rate. And the reason that I do that is because if you're hitting above a 65% hit rate running two-mans on Prizepicks, you should be making a lot of money, being that I do provide 2 free picks for you on the channel. Want to be making sure that you're winning some money if you were to use these 2 free picks, the picks that I can control that I'm giving you. Is more optimal to run them in 5- and 6-man flexes. If at all possible, you're going to get a much better return on investment. But being that I give you guys 2 free ones, want to make sure that you would still be getting a really solid return on your investment if you were running 2-mans. 65% hit rate, you should be getting a really good one. Had a great weekend over in the VIP, guys. If you haven't checked it out, would highly recommend you do so. We've been hitting on Underdog. Underdog NBA's back. Been absolutely loving it over there. You can run 3-mans where they pay out 6x, which is one of the best payouts in the industry for 3-mans. So hit on this one, turning 100 into 600. Hit on this one, hitting 100 into 600. Rocking with the under Bam Adebayo rebounds, under Kevon Looney rebounds, under Jimmy Butler points. In that one, we had the over PRA for Zaire Williams, over points for Isaiah Stewart, over assists for Desmond Bane in this one. And then we were able to sweep an NFL as well with a nice stack of the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. And then lastly, rounding things out, had another one last night with the Kevon Looney under PRA, Malcolm Brogdon over points, and Jalen Green over points. So you can get access to every single one of these tickets as soon as I place them, guys. Prizepicks, I was hoping to give you guys 2 fantasy score props today, but they've just been taking forever to upload the fantasy score board. And I saw, like, as I'm starting to record here, they're starting to upload them. So I don't know how I'm going to manage that throughout the season. My thought was to wait till the fantasy scores came out and then give it to you guys, but I can only wait so long. I want to make sure I get this out at least a couple minutes before tip-off. But I got 2 props for you that are going to be non-fantasy score today that I really do like. Hopefully they don't get bumped. If they get bumped, I apologize, but that's the reason. I got to get this out to you guys, and they're taking forever to upload these fantasy props. Check out the premium if you haven't already, guys. Like I said, all those winning tickets you're going to get access to as soon as I place them. It's $49.99 a month. That equates to $1.66 a day. It's going to be well worth your investment. We had a bunch of different winners in the winner's circle this weekend. Last thing I'll do before we get into the picks, do want to give a bunch of different shout outs. We had R Scales cashing in 50 into 500, rocking with the Embiid, Herbert, LeBron James, Paul George combo. John S with a nice 2-man, 5 into 15 with the Cole Kmet, Cameron Dicker. We had same thing here with Kmet, Dicker for Ricky. Bryce as well, 15 into 45. The last Strappa cashing in with some of the core plays. 740 into 185 on that 6-man. Like I said, these are mine that I shared pulling up. These are all sent in as soon as I placed them. John S tailed this one clearly. Cashed in 5 into 30. I believe that would be 6x. So nice win there. This is that 6-man sweep that I provided for the NFL, like I discussed. Ricky cashing in once again 20 into 200. 20 into 500 here with that nice 6-man. Gary the Drude, 5 into 50, and the list goes on and on, guys. We had a ton of winners. I want to give everyone in here a shout out, but we got to get into the video here. But yeah, the premium content, we've been having quite the run over there. If you haven't checked it out, you've been missing out because I'm getting these picks to them right away before I release the videos. But I'm going to keep giving you guys this free content as much as I can. Like I said, I was hoping to just wait and give you fantasy scores, but they've been taking forever. So I got 2 props for you that are not fantasy scores. Hopefully they're not bumped mid-recording. If they are, I might have to pivot to something else, but we'll break it down. We'll go game by game. As we always do, in the first game I'd like to discuss is going to be the Boston Celtics taking on the Washington Wizards. This game comes with a 229 over-under, 10-point spread in favor of the Boston Celtics. They have a 119.5 implied team total, and they have an under that I do like here. And it's going to be Drew Holiday. Now, Drew Holiday has joined this Boston Celtics squad that is loaded now with depth. They have Kristaps Porzingis, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and Drew Holiday in the starting five. So a really talented team here, but you look at the usage. There's only one basketball, and there's a ton of different guys that are going to want to get their usage in. Drew Holiday hasn't been one of the main priorities when it comes to usage in this team. 29.42 usage rate for Jason Tatum, 26.38 usage rate for Jaylen Brown, 22.45 usage rate for Porzingis, 18.66 usage rate for Derek White. Drew Holiday, last in the starting five with a 16.72 usage rate. Drew Holiday, phenomenal basketball player that can contribute to your team in so many different ways. He's one of the best defenders in the entire NBA, on-ball defense. But as far as having the ball in his hands, hasn't been, dominating at the point guard position like we see some other point guards do around the league. It's going to be sometimes coming up Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. There's just so many different guys to look to in this offense. And when you look at the total assist opportunities on this team, you can see Jason Tatum leads the team with 8 potential assists. Derek White second, 7.5. Jaylen Brown third, 7.5. Drew Holiday coming in all the way down at fourth with only 5.5 potential assists per game. So I do have a lot of interest in his under assist prop on Prizepicks today. You might be thinking, what is this guy talking about? The Celtics have a 119.5 implied team total against the Wizards, who don't have a good defense. Totally understand that. This is a matter of where the prop is set and where the value is. Like I said, Drew Holiday, there's been a ton of different usage to go around within this team. I mean, they have some of the top usage guys in the entire NBA. Like I said, there's only one basketball. Drew Holiday's got one of the lowest usage rates in the entire NBA from the point guard position. He's only got a 16% usage rate. That puts him down as like one of the worst. Markelle Fultz, Drew Holiday, Mike Conley, Kyle Lowry, the only ones with that kind of usage rate at the point guard position. And then, like I said, they've got some of the top usage guys in the league at the other positions. Derek White, 90% usage rate, but I mean, he's like the second lowest as compared to Drew Holiday, as I discussed. But it's Jaylen Brown, 25% usage rate. Obviously, he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. Jason Tatum, a star. You got to get the ball in his hands, 28% usage rate. Now you add on the fact that they have Kristaps Porzingis as well. He's rocking with a 23% usage rate. So I think I broke it down pretty clearly. Drew Holiday just hasn't really been getting a ton of potential assists, even though he's a really good asset to have in your team. Even though the Celtics do have a 119.5 implied team total, there is some good value on his under on the assist prop on Prizepicks tonight. They've got his line set at 6.5. Cleared this last time with 7, but like I said, I think he goes back under again in this game tonight. Just too many mouths to feed. The ball's going to be in other guys' hands. This is all factored into the Vegas odds, of course, as well. We're seeing some really sharp action on the under 6.5 assists. As a matter of fact, the juice just jumped up a ton. It was at like minus 155. It's at minus 168 now. So I absolutely love this prop. I hope this doesn't get bumped before I send this video out. It may well. Like I said, guys, I tried to wait for the fantasy score props to drop, and they're just taking forever today. So I'm going to drop these two to you. I'll adjust as the season goes on and try to get this content out to where we're not dealing with bumps. Maybe I'll release it later, even later. Like I see they're just dropping the fantasy score now. And that way everyone can lock it in. But love this pick for pick number 1. We're rocking with the under 6.5 assists here for Drew Holiday. And then pick number 2, we'll kick it on down to another game here tonight that I do have interest in. And it's going to be the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Dallas Mavericks. This game comes in with a 227.5 over under 2.5 point spread in favor of the Dallas Mavericks. So expected to stay close, decently paced game here, but nothing too crazy. Got another situation with a guy that the personnel this year has been costing him a little bit, and it's going to be Jaren Jackson Jr. Xavier Tillman's been starting at the 5 for the Memphis Grizzlies, and he's been really eating into Jaren Jackson's rebounding numbers. Jaren Jackson, a guy that's kind of out in the arc a lot as is. He's going to shoot a lot of threes. He's a 4 jump shooter. We'll go ahead and break down the opportunities here. First of all, they're taking on the Dallas Mavericks, who have been one of the worst teams as far as giving up offensive rebounds to opponents. They're only allowing opponents to grab an offensive board at 23.3% clip. That's 4th best in the entire NBA. Jaren Jackson, we look at how many he's pulling down. Last year for this Memphis squad, he was able to take 16% of those defensive rebounds. This year, 15.2. Offensive rebounds, though, last year 5.8, this year only 2.9, and then we bring up Xavier Tillman's numbers. Like I said, he's grabbing 19.8% of the team's defensive rebounds. So Tillman grabbing 20% essentially, Jaren Jackson grabbing 15% essentially, and then you look at the overall rebounding chances broken down for this team. 17 rebounding chances per game for Tillman, converting at a 52.9% rate. 14.3 rebounding chances for Jaren Jackson, converting at a 44.2% rate. So he's pretty much getting 14 rebounding chances per game, converting at under 50% of those. So if he were to grab 50% of those, that's obviously 7 rebounds. His rebounding prop is set at 7.5. Like I said, the Dallas Mavericks are not giving up a lot of rebounds this year either. A little bit of a different personnel for them. They've got Derek Lively in there now. A lot different than Maxi Kleber and the Dwight Powell front court we were seeing for them in years past. Derek Jones Jr., a good wing defender. So you get the point. But there's, once again, really good value on the under rebounding prop for Jaren Jackson Jr. Over here on Prizepicks, they've got his line set at 7.5 as long as it didn't get bumped and doesn't get bumped. And I want to be taking advantage of it tonight. 7.5, he's cleared this in one game, but they do expect him to stay under. Once again, similar thing. Drew Holiday on a different team. His assists haven't really been there with all the different mouths to feed. Jason Tatum has a high usage rate. You got Jaylen Brown. You have Kristaps Porzingis. So even though he's the point guard, he's going to play a lot of off guard. He's going to play a lot of off ball for this Boston Celtics team with all of that usage to go around. And then Jaren Jackson Jr., another thing that I want to mention about him is he does have some serious foul trouble. Any of you that have been kind of on top of the NBA in years past probably know this. Look at his game logs. 5, 5, and 4 fouls the last 3 games. This is a guy that's constantly getting in foul trouble. So 1, Xavier Tillman's cutting into his rebound and production. 2, it's a really tough matchup taking on this Dallas Mavs squad, like I said, with their different personnel. They're not giving up a lot of offensive rebounds at all. 23.3, that's 4th best. And then, like I said, a little bit of a bonus is Jaren Jackson Jr. does have some serious foul trouble issues. It's been a problem of his for years. He will oftentimes start hacking guys, and then that's going to lead to limited minutes if he does get in foul trouble, which is just going to help us on the under even more. So, Drew Holiday under assists, Jaren Jackson Jr. under 7.5 rebounds. That will be my 2 picks. Get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks in the NBA tonight, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Once again, I already dropped like a bunch of different picks as the value is detected immediately in the premium. If you haven't signed up already, you are missing out. It is patreon.com/KJK_DFS. Get in there, start getting access to all my picks as soon as I place them. Start winning with us. Like I said, phenomenal weekend. This weekend, cashing in on all these. Got a bunch more tonight. Good value that I'm looking to attack. Obviously, we got the nice Monday Night Football slate, NBA. A ton of different things going on in the background. I'm going to try to produce as much content for you guys as I can, but the sites are getting really quick at bumping. So you got Prizepicks. Underdog Fantasy has been another one. I'll just give them a quick shout out rounding out this video. I've really loved their platform so far this year because they have a ton of different props. So you can sign up and use the promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match over there. Same thing on Prizepicks. Lock in these picks. Start winning some money tonight. Wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks NBA player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.